The 80th emperor of the Roman Empire, as listed by the Historia Augusta, is known by the name of Theodosius I, or sometimes called Theodosius the Great. He reigned from 379 to 395 CE and is one of the most significant figures in the later stages of the Roman Empire. His reign marked a pivotal era as it helped to shape the future of the empire, particularly in terms of its religious and political structure. He is remembered primarily for his efforts in consolidating the empire and for his fervent promotion of Christianity, which played a crucial role in its eventual establishment as the state religion of the Roman Empire. Theodosius was born in 347 CE into a distinguished military family. His father, Count Theodosius, was a senior officer who served under the Emperor Valentinian IV. As a young man, Theodosius was groomed for a career in the military and rose quickly through the ranks, earning a reputation for competence and loyalty. His early experiences in the Roman military would shape much of his approach as emperor. In 374 CE, during the reign of Emperor Valentinian I, Theodosius was appointed to govern the provinces of Moesia and Thrace. However, his career suffered a setback when he was recalled after the death of his father. Nonetheless, Theodosius would soon be brought back into prominence with the death of Emperor Valens in 378 CE, who was killed during the disastrous Battle of Adrianople. Theodosius was appointed co-emperor in the Eastern Roman Empire by Emperor Gratian in 379 CE, a year after the defeat and death of Emperor Valens. At this time, the Eastern Roman Empire was facing grave challenges. It was under threat from several external forces, including the Goths, who had been pressing against the empire's borders, and internal divisions among rival factions. Gratian, who ruled the Western Empire, recognized Theodosius's military talents and political acumen and sought to solidify his own power by bringing in Theodosius as a powerful ally. Theodosius's appointment was a critical moment, as it effectively made him the emperor of the eastern provinces while Gratian continued to rule the west. This marked the beginning of a partnership that would eventually come to an end when Gratian was assassinated in 383 CE. With Gratian's death, Theodosius gained more influence and became the sole ruler of the Eastern Empire. One of Theodosius's most significant legacies is his role in the development of Christianity within the Roman Empire. Throughout his reign, he was an ardent supporter of the Christian faith and sought to secure its dominance in Roman society. Theodosius's religious policies were shaped by the increasing popularity of Christianity, which was becoming the central force in the empire, particularly after Constantine the Great's earlier reforms. In 380 CE, Theodosius issued the Edict of Thessalonica, a landmark decree that declared Christianity the official state religion of the Roman Empire. The edict specifically endorsed Nicene Christianity and condemned all forms of religious practices that did not adhere to the Nicene Creed, notably Arianism, a belief that disputed the divinity of Christ. By doing so, Theodosius effectively outlawed paganism and other religious practices, a move that created tension with both traditional Roman religious institutions and the growing heretical Christian factions. Theodosius's campaign against paganism was relentless. He ordered the closure of temples, including the famous Temple of Apollo at Delphi, and prohibited pagan rituals in public spaces. Theodosius also presided over the First Council of Constantinople in 381 CE, which further solidified the Nicene Creed and established a clearer orthodoxy within the Christian faith. Despite his religious zeal, Theodosius faced a number of military challenges during his reign. One of the most significant external threats was the continued pressure from the Goths, who had invaded the empire during the reign of Valens. In 378 CE, the Goths, led by their king Fritigern, defeated the Roman army at the Battle of Adrianople, a catastrophic loss that greatly weakened the Eastern Roman Empire. Theodosius's task was to restore Roman authority and deal with the Goths. In 382 CE, Theodosius negotiated a settlement with the Goths, allowing them to settle within the empire as foederati, allied peoples, in exchange for military service. However, tensions remained high and the Gothic threat resurfaced in the 390s. Internally, Theodosius had to contend with religious divisions within the empire, particularly among different Christian sects. The Arian Christians, who rejected the Nicene Creed, were a significant minority in the Eastern Empire, and Theodosius found himself in conflict with them. In the year 390 CE, Theodosius faced a crisis in the city of Antioch when riots broke out following the death of the city's bishop. In response, Theodosius's troops massacred thousands of people, an event that became infamous in history. Theodosius I died on January 17, 395 CE, leaving the empire divided between his two sons. His death marked the end of an era in which the Roman Empire had a single ruler who was able to maintain control over both the eastern and western halves. Upon his death, his eldest son, Arcadius, inherited the Eastern Empire, while his younger son, Honorius, became emperor of the Western Empire. This division would ultimately lead to the eventual collapse of the Western Roman Empire, as it became increasingly difficult to govern such a vast and diverse territory. Despite the empire's division after his death, Theodosius's reign had far-reaching effects. His efforts to solidify Christianity as the state religion of Rome had profound consequences for the future of the empire and the Western world. Theodosius's actions also marked a shift away from the traditional Roman polytheism, heralding the decline of paganism and the rise of Christianity as a dominant force in Europe. His legacy as a military leader and religious reformer continues to influence the history of Christianity and the Roman Empire. In conclusion, Theodosius I was one of the last great emperors of the Roman Empire, known for his military victories, religious policies, and efforts to restore stability during a turbulent period. His reign marked a transition from the pagan world of ancient Rome to the Christianized Roman Empire, setting the stage for the Byzantine Empire in the East and the eventual rise of medieval Europe.